2015 and a half series 254 DSX Coachman Freedom Express here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Normally, I start my videos outside and I go in. I'm going to kind of work backwards on this one and you'll see why as I go. Standing here, looking at this thing, it's a very nice couples camper. Huge, wide open living room here. If someone's standing here at the kitchen cooking, then you're not going to have to worry about someone bumping you as they walk past. Now, quick disclaimer, there may be options, upgrades, things like the fabric color scheme here. This is called Truffle in this video. We sell a bunch of these. So the one that we have in stock might look or be equipped a little different. Always double check your options list and your listing to make sure that you're getting the right thing. Usually the pictures are a little more up to date than the video. This is here just to show you all about them. So why buy a Coachman Freedom Express versus many of the other lightweight or just generic travel trailers out there? That's what this is all about right here. Right here, we're going to start right with just the countertops. In a Coachman Freedom Express, this is a sealed edge countertop. There's no seam where water can seep in there and cause swelling and soft spots. And notice that they use that everywhere. They use it in the kitchen, the bathroom, anywhere there's a countertop. That's what you're going to find. You have some huge storage areas under here, and storage is a word you're going to hear me probably wear out in this video. They are exceptional for storage in these. Cross ventilation and viewing, they have a lot of windows in these, and notice that they open as much as they possibly can. Even the windows in the sides of the slide outs, and that's something I look for. If you can't get that cross breeze, then it feels stuffy in here quite a bit. And there's a lot of times you won't run your AC. And again, we're getting nicer pleated shades, not metal blinds. We have the nice boxing on the side here. You're going to see all LED lights throughout a Freedom Express. That's one of the areas where they are superior. You don't have to worry about exchanging incandescent bulbs. We have central air. We have an enclosed underbelly. We have things that will help extend your camping season with this. We have a full memory foam hide-a-bed sofa. When manufacturers went away from inner spring mattresses, the traditional hide-a-beds, they went to air beds. And air beds are comfortable, but they weren't super reliable. After a couple years, people found they were tending to fail. So Coachman was one of the very first that went to these. They went away from the problem stuff before a lot of people did. And that's because they really listened to their clients. And they really follow up on that feedback. Now, this does have a big front bedroom area with this nice open design. It really makes it feel exceptionally large in here. But you always have a curtain where you can privatize this. So if one person likes to go to bed a little sooner than the other, you're not going to disturb each other. Now, a 15 and a half update, they did go to a true 80-inch queen bed. A full queen, 60 by 80, not 60 by 74. So a tall guy like me, my feet do not hang off this bed, and that I like. Both sides of the bed have little stands for lights, alarm clocks, CPAP breathing machines for folks with sleep apnea. You see they put power outlets down here specifically for things like that. Now another 15 and a half update is they've added an extra vent above the bedrooms and most all of their floor plans, and that goes along with all the extra windows so you can get some more breeze and cross ventilation. I love the fact that this has a second entry door, so again, you're not fighting each other to get in and out of the camper. It's very easy. Your entertainment center over here, notice, is on a big swing arm. So if you're laying down in bed, you can turn the TV that way. If you're sitting in the living room, turn the TV wherever you want. TV is definitely included with this model. We have simply pulled it out and stored it before I had a chance to shoot this video. We like to keep the TVs as new as possible, so that people aren't touching or scratching them before you take your nice camper home. Your stereo in a Freedom Express is a touch nicer. It's all-in-one, inside-outside speakers, AM, FM, CD, DVT, and if you notice this little symbol down here, it's even Bluetooth enabled. So take your phone, keep it in your pocket, wirelessly hook it to this stereo, enjoy music wherever you go. Now, another thing to point out in here is a Freedom Express is bigger. It's taller. Even though this thing is only 5,400 pounds, that is very easy weight category to tow around. Perfect for half-ton or big SUV. Take it anywhere you want, even loaded, unloaded, whatever. But this is 81 inches tall, not 78. And that's an area very few lightweights can match a Freedom Express. There are other 81-inch tall trailers, but not lightweight models that are 81 inches tall, and that's a huge difference. And it's the way they build their sidewalls saves a bunch of that weight. More on that in a minute. Again, back to that word storage. Underneath your entertainment center here, you have just I mean, use it like a pantry, a closet. You could throw blankets. You could probably throw a small kid in there. Not that I'm recommending you do that. You know, I shouldn't make jokes like that, because there's going to be one guy who says, you know, Your Honor, the guy in the video clearly said you could put a kid down here, but I am not stating that. Anyway, enough of that, moving on. Back to kitchen storage. We have 3 full extension ball bearing pull-out drawers, and I mean full extension. And notice that everything is all plywood box construction on here. We're not using particle board or chipboard. And one of my favorite parts of any Coachman Freedom Express is that drawer that goes under the sink. See, it wraps around the sink basin so that you have a perfect space for forks, spoons, knives, matches, you know, flashlights, all the stuff you need to go camping. Your overhead cabinetry is bigger in a Freedom Express. This I'll tell you a little bit more about in a minute, but you have taller cabinetry here because this is 81 inches tall. Now, I mentioned that this is, oh, pardon me, I missed something here. You know, only one of the more important parts of an RV, the bathroom space. We have a 5th wheel shower, not a travel trailer tub in this one here. And notice that, again, the extra height, the 81 inches I was telling you about, where that matters is I don't have to, I'm standing straight up. I don't have to put my head in the bubble, in the skylight to stand up here in the shower. There's plenty of room. Again, nicer countertops even here in the bathroom. We do have a GFI protected outlet, meaning you're not going to electrocute yourself if you have a hairdryer near a water source. And we do still have a medicine cabinet, not just a mirror. Another area where this is different from a lot of lightweights. And they put the toilet on a slight angle so that you have plenty of leg room in here and you're not going to bash your knees into the wall. Now, I mentioned this appears to be just an ideal couples camper, but there's one thing that really sets this floor plan apart, and I've never seen anything else like it. It has a single rear hybrid bed. So we have an ideal couples camper with a single bed that can pop out the back. And here's the kicker. If, and only if, you want it to. So grandpa, grandma, or you know, mom and dad, if the kids are getting older and they're going to be moving out soon, this is the floor plan for you. Because if you're not using it, you don't have to put this rear hybrid bed down. And Coachman had the foresight to put some clothes hangers up here so you can use this like extra hanging clothes space. But if we have friends, grandkids, guests, you easily have a place to sleep them on a nice full-size bed. They do not have to sleep necessarily on your hide-a-bed sofa, though they could easily. So as we step out here again, you see that you have an extra bed you can use or not use at your discretion. I call it the bonus bed. Now, a couple other things to talk about. We've already talked about a bunch, and we haven't even looked at the outside of the camper yet. I mentioned that this is lighter weight. It's because the sidewalls use a material called Asdel. And you can kind of spot a little bit of it right here. It's that little white line that you see. What Asdel is it's basically melted down pop bottles. It's a recycled material. And that's cool for a couple reasons, because if it's taking care of the environment, then it gives you a place to go camping, first of all. But secondly, the main point of Asdel is it's lightweight, it's waterproof. That section of the wall right under the fiberglass can't rot, mold, mildew. It can't break down, it can't fail. That's the best part about it. It's not like plywood, which can, as a water-starved material, soak up water in the event of a leak, whereas Asdel will repel it. In short, this trailer will give you more time to get something fixed in the event of a catastrophe. Now, a couple other things that set these apart. Another way you can tell this is a 15.5 versus a 15 is the bullet nose design. If you see it has this nice curvature on the nose, then you know instantly that this one has the newest updates available from Coachman. Part of that is their 50th anniversary package, which will likely phase out sometime either the end of this season or next. So again, that's why I'm mentioning there could be some differences. Things like this little resin top table that you see down here, it's a 2-foot by 4-foot table. It may or may not be included after this year. So again, this video may be slightly different from the one you take home. Now, fun things up front here. You see this little switch and that white wire that goes? That's a full LED light strip. It goes the entire length of your huge front basement. That's another area these are awesome. In their class, they have one of the very largest front storage capacities. And notice how wide this door is. So you don't have to revert to just folding bag chairs. If you have like those nice Faulkner zero gravity chairs or like a director style chair, you can actually fold it down and fit it in here. How cool is that? This is also a good point to show you. Notice that this is all welded aluminum framework, not screwed, not bracketed. Welded is more rigid, holds up longer, lasts longer. It's better. It doesn't tend to wiggle and lose its shape. We have a power tongue jack on here so that you don't have to get you know, tennis elbow when you're cranking this thing around. You have a power awning. Oh, let me swing back over here. Notice on the power awning, it covers both the entry doors. So you have a huge power awning. Both doors are covered by the awning and give you plenty of coverage here. What else? There's one other thing I was going to mention. Hi folks, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Back here, underneath this bed, there's a nice big storage pocket under here. What's interesting is there's actually a little flip-up drawer space where you have inside. So this this floor plan's like the gift that keeps on giving. There's always cool stuff that keeps popping up here. See, we already have an interested looker. How you doing, sir?
Good.
So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping.